Hello, everyone. Welcome back or welcome to the Curio Storyteller. Has anyone out there ever wondered what it would be like to wander around life every day, not knowing anything about anything, but yet being very successful? Well, in today's story from Grimm's Tales for Young and Old, we're going to explore that concept in a story called The Boy Who Left Home to Find the Shivers. Scott, have you heard of this one?
I have not.
Well, we're going to throw Oreo Jr. back there so he can enjoy the story. And just to let you guys know the rules of engagement for this channel, we read stories here, we cosplay some of the characters, and we have conversations with them about good things, bad things, or things we want to advise them on as if they were our friends. You ready, guys? Let's get started.
Right.
A father had two sons. The elder was bright and clever, able to deal with anything that came his way. But the younger was so stupid that he understood nothing and could learn nothing. Okay, there we go. Everyone who saw him said, "His father will have trouble with that one." If there was anything to be done, it was always the elder who had to do it. I feel like that was kind of my life because I was the responsible one.
Mm. I like having a golden knife.
A golden knife. I don't get it.
It's all right.
Okay. But if his father asked the elder son to get something at dusk, let alone at night, and if his way would have taken him through the graveyard or some other spooky place, he would say, "Oh no, father, I won't go. Mm-mm. It gives me the shivers." Or in the evening, when the story that makes your flesh creep were told around the fire, the listeners would say sometimes, "Oh, it gives me the shivers." Scott sometimes gets the shivers. The younger son sat in a corner and listened, but he didn't understand. They kept saying, "It gives me the shivers. It gives me the shivers." It doesn't give me the shivers. It must be another one of those tricks that I can't learn. One day his father said to him, "Listen, you over there in the corner, you're getting big and strong." I guess he said, "Look, sir, you don't get no name because you stupid." Stupid people don't get no name. Just you. You over there. You over there. You over there. Come here. Sorry, y'all. I get a little off script sometimes. You'll have to learn something to make a living by. Your brother is always working, but you're useless and stupid. One part he didn't say, I just made it up for, goodwill, good measure. Y'all can guess which one. "Oh, yes, father," he answered. "I'd be glad to learn something. If possible, I'd like to learn how to get the shivers." "That's something I just don't understand." When he heard that, the eldest son laughed and thought to himself, "My goodness, what a blockhead my brother is. He'll never come to any good." Yeah, I'm not too far from agreeing with him. Sorry, sir, but as the twig is bent, so the tree will lean. I think that means stupid is as stupid does, like they said in Forrest Gump. Okay. Okay. Stupid is as stupid does. Back. The father sighed and answered, "It won't hurt you to find out about the shivers, but it won't get you a living." A few days later, the sexton, I don't know what the hell that is. I'm assuming that's a pastor or something. I don't know what a sexton is, dropped in for a visit. The father unburdened himself and told him how ignorant his younger son was, how he knew nothing and learned nothing. Just imagine, when I asked him what he wanted to do for a living, he said he wanted to learn how to get the shivers. He wanted to learn how to be scared. "If that's all he wants," said the sexton, "I'll teach him. Give him to me, and I'll lick him into shape." Pause.
Okay.
I don't know what lick is, but okay, sir.
beat him up.
I guess so. The father liked the idea because he thought the boy is bound to get something out of it. Now, sir, if all these years he ain't learned nothing, what do you think he gonna learn from this? But let's see, y'all. So the sexton took him away to his house and gave him the job of ringing the church bell. Okay, period. A few days later, he woke him at midnight and told him to climb up to the belfry and ring the bells. Now you'll learn what the shivers are, he thought. Okay. And secretly went up ahead of him. When the boy came to the top and turned around to grab the bell rope, he saw a white figure on the steps across from the sound hole. Who's there? He cried, but the figure didn't answer and didn't move. Answer me, the boy cried out, or go away. You have no business here in the middle of the night, which is true. Because what the hell you just out here at the bell ringing area for? And it's midnight. Anyway. But the sexton stood there without moving to make the boy think he was a ghost. The boy cried out a second time. What are you doing here? Answer me if you're an honest man, or I'll throw you down them stairs. He wouldn't do that, the sexton thought. Okay, now we didn't address that this boy's stupid, but let's see. And he didn't utter a word and stood there like a stone. The boy called out a third time. And when that didn't help, he braced himself and pushed the ghost down the stairs, and the ghost tumbled down 10 stairs and lay still in a corner. Now, didn't everybody tell this man that little boy was stupid?
They did.
Okay, now let's see what happened here. The boy rang the bell and went home and lay down without saying a word. The sexton's wife waited a long time for her husband, but he didn't come back, and she thought he was cheating. No, I'm kidding. Finally, she got worried and woke the boy and asked, do you know what became of my husband? He went up into the belfry ahead of you. No, the boy answered, but somebody was standing on the steps across from the sound hole, and when he didn't answer and wouldn't go away, I thought he was up to no good, so I pushed him down the stairs. What?
Okay.
Go take a look. You'll see if it was him. I'll be very sorry, period. He said, do first and ask questions later. Okay.
So.
The wife went to the belfry and found her husband laying in a corner groaning. He had a broken leg. I'm going to pause for the cause right here. I'm going to just stop right here and just say something that may be controversial. You ready for my controversial take?
I am.
I don't know if I'm blaming the stupid kid for pushing this man down the stairs, because everybody was warned that this man was stupid. Period.
Okay.
Feel your feelings. If you disagree, put in the comment section. Scott, did you have any disagreements or any thoughts on that?
Well, we should have taken it into consideration.
Hey. She carried him home and ran screaming and ranting to the boy's father. Your boy has done something terrible, she cried. He's thrown my husband down the stairs and broke his leg because he's stupid. One of them things she didn't say. You can take a guess. Get the good for nothing out of our house. The father was horrified. He went to the sexton's house and gave the boy a piece of his mind. What godless thing have you done now? The devil must have put you up to it. Father, he said, just listen. I'm perfectly innocent and dumb. One of these things he didn't say, y'all can guess. He was standing there in the night like someone that's up to no good. I didn't know who he was, and I warned him 3 times to say something or go away. Heaven above, said the father. With you, I'll never have anything but trouble. Get out of my sight. I don't want to see you anymore. That's messed up. Damn, you just gonna throw him out because he's stupid? Jesus. Yes, Father, gladly. Just wait until it's light and I'll go away and learn to get the shivers. Okay. Then at least I'll know something to earn a living by.
Okay.
Maybe he'll be an actor in like a scary movie or something.
Maybe.
Learn whatever you like, said the father. It's all the same to me. Here are 50 thalers. I guess that's money. Take them and go out into the wide world, but never tell a soul where you came from or who your father is, because I'm ashamed of you. So you gonna treat him like a chick that you picked up from a bar that you ashamed of? That's how you gonna treat your children? Okay, girl. Yes, father, as you please. If that's all you ask of me, it won't be hard to remember. When the day dawned, the boy put his 50 thalers in pocket and went on the high road, and all the while he mumbled to himself, if only I could find the shivers. If only I could get the shivers. Then a man overtook him and heard the conversation the boy was having with himself. When they had gone a little ways and the gallows came into sight, he said, look, there are trees where 7 have celebrated their marriage to the rope maker's daughter. Okay, that is a way of saying they done met the noose, baby. Okay. And now they're learning to fly. Okay. Sit down under it and wait till night comes. Then you'll get the shivers, all right. Yeah, I mean, if you sitting under 7 dead bodies or unalive bodies, I guess you would. But let's see what this man does here. If I learn to get the shivers as quickly as all that, I'll give you my 50 thalers. Come back in the morning. Then the boy went to the gallows, sat down under it, and waited for night to fall. Since he was cold, he made a fire. But by midnight, the wind had blown so cold that in spite of the fire, he couldn't get warm. And when the fire buffered the hangman, so they knocked together and swung back and forth, he thought, if I'm freezing down here by the fire, imagine what it must be like for them up there. Being a kind-hearted yet dumb boy, he took a ladder, climbed up, untied them one by one, and brought them down all 7. In modern day, this would be tampering with a corpse, but this is fairy tale time. Then he stirred up the fire and blew on it and set them all around it to warm themselves. But they sat motionless because they're not alive. And the fire took hold of their clothes. Be careful, he said, or I'll hang you back up there. But the unalive men did not hear them because they're not here. They didn't say a word, and they just let their rags burn. That made him angry. He said, if you won't be careful, I can't help you. Next thing you know, you'll be setting me on fire. Mm-hmm. And he hung them up one by one. Then he sat down beside the fire and fell asleep. In the morning, the man came back for his 50 thalers, thinking that, sir, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say it. I'm going to be the one to say it. You ready? Y'all ready? Mm-hmm. Sir, you got to be stupider than this boy if you think you're going to get that money. Period. Okay, now back to this story. Well, he said, now do you know what the shivers are? No, the boy replied. How could I? Those fellows up there didn't open their mouths. They're so stupid, they let the few rags they have on their backs catch fire and burn. They dumber than me. The man saw that he wouldn't be getting any 50 thalers that day. As he was going away, he said, I never have ever seen anyone like that before. The boy started off too, and again, he talked to himself. Oh, if I could only get the shivers. Oh, if I could get the shivers. A courtier who was walking along beside him heard him and asked, who are you? I don't know, said the boy. Where are you from? I don't know. Who's your father? A man is embarrassed of him. Anyway, I mustn't say, what is it that you keep mumbling the whole time? Oh, said the boy, I wish I could get the shivers, but no one can teach me how. That's a lot of nonsense, said the courtier. Forget it. Come with me and I'll give you a place to stay. The boy went with the courtier, and in the evening they came to an inn where they decided to spend the night. As they stepped into the hall, he said it again in a loud voice. If only I could get the shivers! If only I could get the shivers! The innkeeper heard him and laughed. If that's what you want, he said, I believe it can be arranged. Don't say such things, said the innkeeper's wife. Think of all the foolhardy fellows who have unalived them or who have lost their lives. What a shame if those pretty eyes were never to see the light of day again. Are you flirting with him, ma'am? And also, ma'am, let me give two advice things to this lady. Ma'am, go find the sexton's wife so you can hear what this man did to her husband. Okay, ma'am, you trying to take your husband to the hospital and be sitting in the ER all night or what here? Okay. But the boy said, I don't care how hard it is. I want to learn. That's what I left home for. And he gave the innkeeper no peace until he told him about the haunted castle nearby, where a man could easily learn all about the shivers if he was willing to spend 3 nights there. Okay. The king had promised his daughter in marriage to the man who could do it. And she was the most beautiful maiden under the sun. Okay, girl, she over here looking like, I don't know, like a model, I guess. I don't know. She looked like Beyonce. Besides, there were great treasures in the castle guarded by evil spirits. Those treasures would be set free and could make a poor man very rich. Many had already gone in, but none had come out again. The next morning, the boy went to the king and said, if you let me, I'd like to spend 3 nights in the haunted castle. I mean, how much money is it? I wonder. Because for the right price, I'll go up in there and be there for 3 days. I'll just take Ambien the whole time and be asleep, period. Period. The king looked at him, and because he liked him, he said, you can ask for the 3 things to take with you into the castle, but they must be lifeless things. What the hell? Okay, sir, you can't bring no dogs, no cats, no people. Okay. He replied, oh, okay. If y'all can bring, I guess it's like Naked and Afraid. Y'all know that show where they be like, you can bring one thing. What would y'all bring into this castle if you could? If you had to spend the night in a castle that was haunted for 3 days, and the king said, I'm gonna give you 3 lifeless things. What would you bring? Y'all put it in the comment section. Scott, what would you bring?
Whiskey.
That's one thing.
Oh, glass.
Okay.
And more whiskey.
Okay. Okay. Scott trying to get drunk. I'm gonna bring a Sephora gift card. Okay. Some microwavable popcorn, even if they ain't got no microwave in there, I don't care. Okay. And probably my computer. I'm gonna do a YouTube channel. I'm gonna do a YouTube. I'm doing live. I'm going live. I'm going live. When I get back, I'm gonna need some products. So if the king is giving it and it's a free Sephora gift card, I'm gonna take it. The next day, I'm spending it. Period. Okay. Or in 92 hours, I'm spending it. Period. Think about it. Anyway, the king, he replied, then give me fire, a lathe, I don't know what the hell that is, and a wood carver's bench and knife. I feel like that's 4 things, but this man is stupid, so I'm assuming he can't count. Does he know 1 times 1 is 2? Anyway, the king had these, shout out to Terrence Howard, by the way. He coined that math error, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the king had these things taken to the castle the next day. At nightfall, the boy went in, made a bright fire in one of the rooms, and set up the wood carver's bench with the knife beside it, and sat down on the lake. Oh, if only I could get the shivers, he said. But I won't learn in this place either. Towards midnight, he thought he heard a stir up by the fire. As he was blowing on it, he suddenly heard voices from the corner. Meow! Meow! We're so cold. Fools, he cried. What's the good of screaming? If you're cold, come and sit by the fire and warm yourselves. No sooner had he spoken than two big black cats took a great leap to where he was sitting, sat down on either side of him, and looked at him with their wild, fiery eyes. That's what it looked like. Huh? After a while, when they had warmed themselves, they said, "Friend, how about a game of cards?" Okay. I guess they're going to bust out some spades. "Why not?" he replied. "But first show me your paws." Then they scratched out their claws. "My goodness," he said, "what long nails you have." "Wait, I'll have to cut them before I begin." With that, he seized them up by the scruff of their neck, okay, lifted them up on the wood carver's bench, okay, and made their paws fast in the vise. "Now that I've seen your fingers," he said, "I don't feel like playing cards anymore." Sir, you are stupid. Anyway, then he unalived them and threw them into the pond.
Okay.
Call PETA. Somebody call PETA. Like today. Anyway. But when he had got rid of those two and was sitting down by the fire again, black cats and black dogs on red hot chains came rushing out of every nook and cranny. More and more of them until there was no place for him to escape to. They yelped and screamed horribly and trampled on his fire, tore it apart, and put it out. He looked on calmly for a while. Okay, I guess when you stupid, you just don't care. But then, when he had had enough, he seized the knife and shouted, "Get out, you no goods!" and lashed out at them. Some ran away, but he unalived the rest and threw them into the pond. Somebody called PETA. When he came back, he blew up his fire from sparks and warmed himself. As he was sitting there, he could barely keep his eyes open, kind of like what Scott's doing right now. And he wanted sleep. He looked around and saw a big bed in a corner. "Just what I needed," he said, and laid down. But as he was closing his eyes, the bed began to rock and roll of its own accord and went rolling all around the castle. It's a water bed. Remember water bed? It was just ripple. It's just rippling. Like, yeah, baby, I'm on the ocean. No, Scott, it's going to cause you back pain and problems. Don't listen to Scott, y'all. "Perfect," he said. "Better and better." And on it rolled as though drawn by 6 horses, through doorways and up and down the stairs. Okay, he got to huff around. Remember huff around? That lady was just on that the little scooter thing. Yes, he got to huff around, baby. All of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, it turned upside down and lay on top of him like a mountain. But he threw off the blankets and pillows, climbed out, and said, "Now, if you got a mind to, just go right on rolling." Then he lay down by the fire and slept until daylight. In the morning, the king came in. When he saw him lying on the floor, he thought the ghost had unalived him and he was dead. "What a pity," he said. "Such a handsome boy." The boy heard him and sat up. "Not so fast." The king was amazed, but he was glad too, and asked how he made it out. "Pretty well," he said. "One night has passed, and 2 others will pass too." When he turned up at the innkeeper's eyes nearly popped out of his head. "I never expected to see you alive again." He said, "Have you found out what it is to have the shivers?" "No," he said, "it's hopeless. If only someone could tell me." On the second night, he went back to the old castle, sat down by the fire, and started talking to himself. "If only I could get the shivers." At the approach of midnight, a din and Hubbard, I don't know what that is, were heard, first softly and then louder and louder. I don't know what a din and Hubbard is. I look.
I don't know.
Okay. This is some old English. Then it was still for a while, and then, with loud screams, half a man came down a chimney and fell in front of him.
All right.
Okay. "Hey," cried the boy, "that's not enough. Where's the other half?" You are dumb, so it is what it is. Then the noise started up again, howling and raging, and the other half fell down. "Wait," said the boy, "I'll stir up the fire for you." When he had stirred up the fire, he looked around. The two halves had put themselves back together. That's a good sign. And a horrible man was sitting in his place. "That wasn't our bargain," said the boy. "The bench is mine." The man tried to push him away, but the boy wouldn't let him. He shoved him with all his might and sat down in his place again. Then more men tumbled down from the chimney, one after another. Did they have a full body or not? Okay. Did they go to a surgeon and the surgeon botched them? Were they botched? Is that why half their body was gone? Were they botched?
Could be.
It could be an episode of botched.
That would be.
What this sound like?
That would be a botched job too.
It is botched. They produced 9 unalived men's thigh bones and 2 skulls and started playing 9 pins. Okay, girl, they bowling. The boy felt like playing and asked, "Hey, can I join you?" "Sure, if you got money." Bible say you can't take money with you. So how they?
Oh, maybe he's not following the Bible.
Oh, period. Okay. "Plenty of money," he said, "but those balls aren't really round." So he took the skulls, sat down at the lathe, and turned them till they were round. "There," he said, "now we'll be able to bowl right. Whee! What a game we'll have." He played and lost some of his money, but then the clock struck 12 and they all disappeared. He lay down and fell into a peaceful sleep. The next morning, the king came in to inquire. "How did you make out this time?" he asked. "I played 9 pins and lost a couple of copper." "Didn't you get the shivers?" "Go on," he said. "I just enjoyed myself. If only I knew what the shivers were." This fool's still trying to figure out some damn shivers and playing with dead bodies all over the place and breaking people's legs. It's crazy. On the third day, he sat down on his bench again and said sadly, "If I could only get the shivers." When it grew late, 6 big men came in carrying a coffin. "Ha ha," he said. "That must be my cousin who unalived a few days ago." He beckoned with his finger and cried out, "Come out, cousin, come out." They set the coffin on the floor and he went over and lifted the lid off. There was an unalived man inside. The boy felt his face, but it was as cold as ice. "Wait," he said, "I'll warm you a little bit." He went to the fire, warmed his hands, and put it on the unalived man's face, but it stayed cold. Then he took him out, set him down by the fire, put the unalived man's head on his lap. "Sir, are you Jeffrey Dahmer? Like, what in the hell is going? Why do you keep playing with unalived bodies, sir?" Anyway, and rubbed his arms to start the blood movement. When that didn't help, he remembered when 2 lie in bed together, they warm each other up. Are you Jeffrey Dahmer, sir? I think this Jeffrey Dahmer. Because Jeffrey Dahmer was laying in the bed with unalive bodies too.
Could be.
Okay, girl. So he put him into the bed, covered him up, and got into it with him. After a while, the unalive man warmed up and began to move. Yeah, because he tired. He like, let me get the hell away from this man. He crazy. Then the boy said, see, cousin, I warned you, haven't I? But the unalive man shouted, now I'm going to strangle you. This has been an adventure, y'all, by the way. I didn't see this. What? Cried the boy. Is that my thanks? Back into the coffin you go. At that, he picked him up, tossed him in, and closed the lid. Then the 6 men came and carried the coffin away. Thank God. I just can't get the shivers, said the boy. I'll never learn how in this place. Not if I live to be 100. No, because you're dumb. Then a man came in. He was bigger than all the others and terrifying to look at. But he was old and had a long beard. Girl, is Santa Claus. You little scamp, he cried out. Now you'll find out about the shivers because you're going to unalive. Not so fast, said the boy. If you want to unalive me, you'll have to catch me. I'll catch you all right, said the monster. Take it easy and stop bragging. I'm as strong as you, probably stronger. We'll see about that, said the old man. If you're stronger than I am, I'll let you go. Come on, we'll give it a try. Then he led him down a dark passage into a smithy. I don't know what that is. Picked up an axe and with one blow drove one anvil into the ground. I can do better than that, said the boy, and went to the other anvil. The old man came up beside him to watch. His white beard hung down. The boy seized the axe, split the anvil in one stroke, and crammed the old man's beard into a crack. Now I've got you, he said. Now who's gonna unalive? And he picked up the iron rod and rained blows on the old man until he whimpered and begged him to stop and promised to give him riches. Okay, we just beating the hell out of old man.
Well,
told you this is Jeffrey Dahmer. It's not funny, but it's funny. Anyway, the boy pulled out the axe and let the old man go. Whereupon the old man led him back to the castle, and there in the cellar showed him 3 chests full of gold. Oh, we rich. We balling. Make it rain. One part is for the poor. That's nice. That's really nice. He said, one part is for the king, and the third is for you. As the clock struck 12, the ghost disappeared, and the boy was standing in the dark. Never mind, he said. I'll find my way out. He groped until he found his room, and then he went to sleep beside the fire. In the morning, the king came in and said, this time, I bet you have learned what the shivers are. No, he replied, girl, we still ain't got to the shivers. Okay. How's this man gonna get a job? What can they be? My unalive cousin was here, and then an old man with a beard turned up. He showed me a lot of money down in the cellar, but nobody told me what the shivers are. Then the king said, you set my castle free, and you shall marry my daughter. They just be marrying these daughters off for any damn thing, don't they?
So.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, she don't even get a say in it. She gotta have a stupid husband. She probably gonna have stupid children. Oh Lord, help.
Yeah, probably. It's a lot of inbreeding back then. She probably wasn't much of a looker.
No, they said she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
No, they did say that.
They did say that.
Good for him, then.
Period.
Should give some shivers.
Yeah, she'll give him some shivers. She gonna teach him some shivers in the bed. Anyway, that's all very well and good, he replied. But I still don't know what the shivers are. The gold was brought up and the wedding was celebrated. But much as the young king loved his wife and happy as he was, he kept saying, if only I could get the shivers. If only I could get the shivers. In the end, it got on her nerves. Here come that wife. She gonna give him them shivers now. Mm-hmm. Never mind, said her lady maid. Leave it to me. I'll give him the shivers. She went out to the brook, ran through the garden, and had them bring her a whole pail of minnows. That night, when the young king was asleep, the wife pulled off the blanket and emptied the pail full of cold water and minnows on top of him. The little fish flipped and wiggled all over him. He woke up and cried out, "Oh, dear wife, I'm shivering. I'm shivering." Now, at last, I know what the shivers are. And they all lived happily ever after.
Okay.
With their stupid kids. And that woman was getting tired of that man, period. Sorry, that was a longer one, guys. But y'all know how we end these things. Well, I'm going to end it with if you could talk to anybody in this story, who would you talk to and what would you tell them? Pretend like they your good best friend. Okay, you guys put it in the comment section. Scott, what would you say if you could talk to any character up in here?
Well, I talked to the kid, but I'm not sure what I would say yet. I just talk to him because he's just so dumb.
I don't think he would learn anything, so.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to teach him anything. I just want to hear what you got to say. That would be dumb.
Okay, yeah, period. I would talk to the princess that had to be forced to marry this man, and I would tell her, girl, get ready to leave and don't have no kids by him because your kids gonna come out stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. Period.
There you go.
Period. Okay, guys. Well, with that, we're going to end this live. And of course, in 30 more minutes, we'll be back with more Dream Rate. But in the meantime, in between time, as always, guys, we always have fun hanging out with you guys and, sharing this time together. Hopefully you guys have just as much fun as we have with you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, check out some other videos, live shorts, all that fun stuff. Make yourself at home. This is a fun channel, so go suss out the other stuff we got. Check out the other rooms here. But with that, we're gonna bid you guys adieu. So from wherever we are, even if we are going on a journey with a stupid man who acts a little bit like Jeffrey Dahmer, to wherever you guys are, peace, love, and happiness. And we'll see you in about 30 minutes. But bye, y'all.
Bye.